Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Summerslam 2025 reactions. Oh my goodness, was this show absolutely fantastic. And I would say trillion, a billion, gazillion times better than WrestleMania, I would say, in my personal opinion. But it's going to be 100% honest. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. We're gonna get, literally straight into the reactions because we got so much to talk about today. So, cue the intro, let's get straight into it. First, let's talk about the tag team match opener between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I gave this match a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was a very solid opener. It was your classic tag team match. You got the baby faces, struggling a little bit. The heels, starting to gain some momentum. I loved Braun Breaker's trash talking to Roman Reigns. I thought that was pretty funny. Braun Breaker's jumping from 50 feet, shoulder tackle on Roman Reigns. That was very cool. Braun Breaker's athleticism, man. Braun Breaker is just so freaking good. I just loved everything about his performance. Ultimately ended with the true show of blood where Roman Reigns took a spear from Braun Breaker for Jey Uso. Jey Uso super kicked him, went to the top of the rope for a Uso splash, pinned him, won, and now Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are hopefully going to be doing their own thing again, hopefully with Roman Reigns, continuing to fight this. But I thought this was a solid opener. I gave it 7.5 out of 10. And props to all of these men. I mean, they did a fantastic job this match. Alright, next up we got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss winning the Women's Tag Team Championships from the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Another 7 out of 10. I thought this match, it was cool. It didn't overstay its welcomings. There was a lot of spots. I loved, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss's athleticism. Hopefully this continues to cause more and more chaos in the Judgment Day clubhouse to where they officially implode, because hopefully Judgment Day is finally done soon, but it's way past its time. Charlotte Flair, everyone's been wondering what Charlotte Flair would look like when she wasn't chasing a world title and if she was a babyface. I thought she basically proved it tonight. I mean, I thought she did a fantastic job. She's been doing a fantastic job. Obviously, these two are going to have great chemistry together because they've literally been working forever now. So, again, 7 out of 10. The match was solid. It didn't overstay its welcoming, like I said. And, yeah, hopefully we'll get to see where these two go next. Alright, and now we got Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross in a very great match. I actually gave it a solid 8 out of 10. I thought this match was everything it really needed to be. It summed up their rivalry. Again, it didn't overstay its welcome. I thought the match was, very fast-paced and everything. Karrion Kross, I must say, is absolutely amazing. Hopefully this guy gets a world title push soon. Same with Sami Zayn. These two are actually, in my personal opinion, these two are actually too good to just be stuck in this stage. They should be moving on to bigger, better things. Sami Zayn, though, the only knock I have on this match is I don't think it was for anything. I don't think it had any purpose. I think they should have added a stipulation, maybe, a falls count anywhere, a last man standing, a street fight, something like that. But it doesn't take away the fact that this was a great in-ring match. These two, again, have a lot of chemistry together. They're going to work well with each other. And for that, I give it an 8 out of 10. And now we got Tiffany Stratton retaining her title against Jade Cargill. 5 out of 10. This match was a fart. Well, for one, it was way too short. It was only 7 minutes long. And for two, it was just very sloppy. It wasn't really that good. It just kind of looked like it was thrown together at the last possible minute. And then they said, okay, right, go put it on. Tiffany's athleticism, every time Tiffany Stratton, you're going to be impressed by her. But again, like I said, Jade Cargill, her matches are always just so underwhelming. I mean, I get it, she's developing, but just how long does it take to develop for her? And also, you kind of did just bury her right right here, just not even hitting a finisher, signature, or anything. Well, maybe she hit a finisher, but I think you made her look pretty weak here, honestly. If you're supposed to build her up to make her this big, strong woman, kind of like Bianca Belair. But that doesn't take away from the fact that this match was a 5 out of 10. It was way too short, way too sloppy for my liking. Alright, now we got the tag team match between Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, who won, and Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. 6 out of 10. Why in the world, other than Jelly Roll being here, was this on SummerSlam and second to the last match? Okay, listen, understand something. Having Logan, I'm very, twisted with this match, because having Logan Paul pin Jelly Roll was really one of the only ways to even make this match even remotely realistic. But two, I don't see why they just brought in Jelly Roll just to have him get pinned. I don't really understand that at all. And plus, I just kind of think Jelly Roll's wrestling and acting was just so average. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't see any botches by him, but it was just, there was nothing special about it. And also, you kind of hid Drew McIntyre. I don't even think, he barely even appeared once in this match. I mean, it was just all Logan Paul. Logan Paul had to get the win. Logan Paul had to get the spots. Logan Paul had to get the everything. Also, Randy Orton deserves so much better than this. I mean, I thought he was going to have a solid rivalry with Cody. Maybe he still can, but just, man, you really fumbled the bag with this. Drew and Randy just deserve so much better than just being stuck in a tag team with a meathead YouTuber and a celebrity. 6 out of 10. At the very best. No higher. And now we got a match that I already reacted to, but it is CM Punk winning the world title, only to have Seth Rollins absolutely fool us all, cash in on CM Punk, and take away the world title from him. If you count the cash in, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. This was just one of the funnest times I've watched wrestling so far this year, in my opinion. This was everything it needed to be. The actual match between Gunther and CM Punk, fantastic in my opinion. Was it a little slow? Yes, but what do you really expect? These two, CM Punk is in his 40s at this point, but he still looks gold. That's what I'm going to say. The match was very brutal. It was almost getting hard to watch him at one point. You know, Gunther's nose started bleeding like crazy. We got to see over 1 million power bombs, 1 million rear naked choke attempts, a million clotheslines from Gunther. No matter what, CM Punk just could not stay down. We got to see an Anaconda Vice, attempt, a diving elbow attempt. When CM Punk finally captures the title from Gunther, his nose is bleeding and all, Seth Rollins comes out. We think it's going to be in the near future where he cashes in. But he puts the crutches down. He takes the knee brace off. He runs down, cashes in, stomps CM Punk, takes the title away. It was so awesome. It was literally the fleece of the century. The heist and the fleece of the century. Man, this was just absolutely perfection. I'm curious to see where they go with this. Alright, now we're on to night 2, where Naomi retains her Women's World Championship against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, who she pinned, by the way. The match gets a 6.5 out of 10. I have a couple pointers with this match. I thought it was good. I really do. But I know WWE's fake, but I don't like to see it during the match. There was botching, there were multiple times where Naomi was going to the top rope. Actually, this one time, it was literally ridiculous. But Io Sky and Rhea Ripley could clearly have offense, but they're just waiting for the spot. It took Naomi forever to get to the top turnbuckle, but they were just sitting there looking dozed and waiting for the spot. It was just cringy. Now, the booking decision, the right person won. I know I predicted Rhea Ripley in my video, but I really knew that Naomi was going to win this because I mean, she literally just got the title. She doesn't need to be a transitional champion. Now, I don't agree with Rhea Ripley getting pinned at all. And also, I think that Naomi grabbing Rhea Ripley's tights, and, cheating a little bit to win, I thought that was really for her character. I thought that was a good way to win, at least if you're going to pin Rhea Ripley. But I just still wish that Io Sky could have taken the pin, because you got to protect Rhea, man. Match gets a 6.5. Highest I'm going. I'm happy Naomi retained, but the way she did it was kind of iffy. And now we got a match that I've been waiting to talk about. We got the Wyatts retaining in the TLC ladder match. 9 out of 10. Oh my goodness, was this match insane. I don't even know where to start. It looked like millions of people died during this match, especially DIY and Candice LeRae, who was selling that ladder bump very well. You got, the Motor City Machine Gun, Street Profits, like every single person in this match got their spot, man. It was fantastic. You got the Dexter Loomis dive, you got the Axiom Frog Splash, you got the Montez Ford diving multiple times through the ropes, you got the Street Profits bodying Eric Rowan. You got Uncle Howdy looking like he actually got murdered on live television with that flip onto the chair. You got DIY actually getting murdered, being flipped onto all of the tables. This match, everything about this match was just so awesome. And like I said in my video, there was no wrong answer to whoever won. Like, I'm fine with the Wyatts retaining. Match gets a 9 out of 10. This was a spot fest, but it was one of the best spot fests I've ever seen. Like, the SmackDown Tag Team division is on fire right now. I think this match served its purpose. It was everything it needed to be. It needed to be a very brutal, very good rubber match, and that's what it was. It was a little spotty, when Becky Lynch could clearly hit her with the crowbar, but she's just waiting for Bayley to come up and take it from her. Little stuff like that, like I said, it makes me cringe a little bit. But that doesn't take away from the match. Like, these two women cooked. Lyra Valkyria just got murdered on live TV, where she had the chair wrapped around her and she got stomped on by Becky Lynch, or she was getting hit multiple times while tied together with a zip tie by a kendo stick. We got to see a very nice diving leg drop from Lyra Valkyria onto Becky Lynch, and the storytelling, when you finally thought Lyra was going to win, Bayley accidentally costs her, allowing Becky Lynch to win. Now Lyra can never challenge for the title again. I'm excited to see Lyra versus Bayley, hopefully, maybe no disqualifications match in the near future. I would really like to see that. Becky Lynch, she's going to continue to defend the title. Getting out of this rivalry from Lyra Valkyria, which I wasn't tired of anyway. 7 out of 10. This match was fantastic. Alright, and now we got Solo Sikoa retaining the title against Jacob Fatu, once again with the help from his MFTs. 6 out of 10. The match was fine itself, but the ending was terrible. I hated it. Once again, just interference after interference after shenanigans after shenanigans. Like, for once, I just want to see Solo Sikoa win a match clean. It's not like he can't. And honestly, if he had won this match clean, I feel like it would have really legitimized his title reign. But no, it doesn't. It just makes him look extremely weak. Jacob Fatu, however, showed in. He showed up. He showed out for this match. It was insane. Millions. Backflips. He was destroying Solo at one point in the match when he was getting momentum. It was brutal. I mean, I would say it was a very brutal match. It was a fun match to watch, like, during the actual match without the interferences. I mean, listen, this is not going to be the last time these guys are going to face off, but at least if you're going to make Solo win, at least you had the decency to have Jacob Fatu, come out on top at the end, where he was just destroying the MFTs. A backflip from the top of the cage was absolutely insane. It looked like Tonga Loa actually got hurt. It looked like he died. But just like, I'm still not sold on this Solo Sikoa faction. Like, I just still think that this faction is just very goofy. You know, it's goofy. It has no aura. It's not taken seriously. It's just not good enough for me. However, the match, 6 out of 10. It was fine, and I thought it was everything it needed to be. Alright, now we got Dom Mysterio versus AJ Styles, with Dominic retaining his Intercontinental Championship. 8 out of 10. This match was super fun to watch. Most importantly, Dominic Mysterio won by himself. He didn't need his stupid stooge faction to constantly come in and bail him out. Like, he actually won a match on his own, and that was a very smart decision by WWE to have. AJ Styles, I swear, this man does not age, and like, I'm convinced that him and R-Truth have just continued to drink from the fountain of youth every single time. Like, he still moves like he's 20 years old. You have great chemistry. You know, there are multiple like insane spots, especially the one where Dom dove out of the ring and kind of like floated in the air onto AJ Styles. You got the very nasty Pele kick by AJ Styles. You got multiple backflips, multiple spots. Like, this match was super high flying and very entertaining. Dominic Mysterio is so good, man. Like, these two in general, they're just so freaking good. Even though it was only 10 minutes, I thought before this was like one of the best matches of the entire show, night 1 and 2, in my opinion. Even though it was only 10 minutes, it's still just, it was everything it needed to be. You know, it was fun. It was spotty. You know, it was spotty, like it had amazing spots. And again, right person won. This was insane. I hope this legitimizes Dom's title reign going forward. And now we got John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. John Cena passing the torch on to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes taking the title back at SummerSlam. Call me crazy. This match gets a perfect 10 out of 10. This was by far the best wrestling match of the entire year. Honestly, could be better than Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. Like, I don't even know where to start here. Multiple false finishes. You know, there were multiple times where Cody Rhodes hit a triple crossroads, 1-2 kick out. John Cena hit 2 AAs, then went to the top rope, hit an avalanche attitude adjustment. Not enough. They went into the crowd under the stage to where John Cena came up on Cody Rhodes' elevator entrance in the fireman's carry. That was insane. You know, you had multiple table spots. Both men went through tables. John Cena picking up the stairs, throwing it out of the ring, hitting Cody. It was just, that was insane too. You had John Cena playing possum at one point. You had John Cena bringing back the attitude adjustment. You know, you had the comeback move, you know, where you can't see me thing. You had John Cena's babyface entrance back. It looked like it was all black and white, but then all the blue and red colors come up. That was actually insane. You have Cody Rhodes coming out with the broken mask and everything. Just everything about this match was insane. It was almost 40 minutes, and it was just your perfect wrestling match. It wasn't slow paced. This is the fastest John Cena's ever looked. There were no botches. It was just your perfect wrestling match. And at the end, Cody Rhodes salutes John Cena, gives him a final crossroads. It was his way of saying, I'm sorry, I love you, just like Shawn Michaels to Ric Flair. Hits the crossroads, takes the title away from John Cena in an immaculate finish. This was WWE's way of saying, I apologize. This is WWE's way of saying I'm sorry for that terrible, awful match that they had at WrestleMania 41. It was trillion, gazillion times better. It was, again, I will say it again, your perfect wrestling match. A 10 out of 10. But now let's talk about Brock freaking Lesnar coming back to WWE after what? It's been like 2-3 years now. Listen, I'm happy about this and I'm not happy about this. If he's not gonna come back and cause any trouble, then I'm here for it. For story purposes, for John Cena, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. For those story purposes, I'm more than fine with this. But I'm also not fine with that because, like, if he didn't clear his name, with the Vince McMahon lawsuit and everything, like, that doesn't mean you can come back and be a WWE wrestler again. Like, you cannot come back after this. Like, you are a danger. Like, if he didn't clear his name, then, like, he's still a danger. And he cannot come back to the WWE. But they brought him back because I assume that he cleared his name. And if he cleared his name and he's not guilty, then I'm happy to see Brock Lesnar back in WWE. Because imagine one final time, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. We seriously needed to get this call back, man. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for my SummerSlam 2025 reactions. Again, just by far the best show of the entire year so far, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to show support. I appreciate it. I'm going to get this video ready for you guys to watch. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload. Peace!